You know, Rick, I've been thinking about the Kraken. Everyone always pictures it as this giant sea monster dragging ships under the water. But the more I read about it, the more I think it was just sailors seeing colossal squid.
Yeah, Joe, that checks out. Those things are terrifying enough without the myth. 30, 40 feet long, eyes the size of dinner plates. Imagine being some half-drunk sailor in the 1600s, seeing that in the middle of the ocean. Of course you'd run home screaming about sea monsters.
Exactly. You wouldn't say, oh, that was a rare species of deep-sea cephalopod. You'd say, like, Godzilla's cousin tried to eat the boat.
And then one guy tells it a little bigger, then the next guy adds a few more tentacles, then boom, suddenly it's the Kraken that can take down whole fleets. Exaggeration plus saltwater trauma equals mythology.
Makes you wonder how many other mythological creatures are just based on real animals. Like, take dragons. You find some giant-ass dinosaur bones before we had paleontology, that's a dragon.
For sure. Or griffins, half lion, half eagle. Probably came from some poor bastard digging up Protoceratops fossils in the desert. They saw a beak and 4 legs and thought, holy shit, lions are sprouting wings now.
Yeah. Or mermaids. Everyone thinks it's sexy fish women, but sailors back then were probably staring at manatees through beer goggles. You're 6 months at sea, half-starved, dehydrated, your standards drop fast.
Right? That's not Ariel, Joe, that's a sea cow. Imagine the regret when the tide rolls in and you realize you've been serenading a 900-pound manatee.
That's what I love about this idea. Myths are just humans trying to make sense of weird encounters. Like the Cyclops myth might have come from ancient people finding elephant skulls. The hole where the trunk goes looks like one big eye socket.
Exactly. And Bigfoot, modern version of the same thing. Could be bears walking upright, could be old folklore about wild men. People want to believe in the mystery, so they exaggerate.
And Nessie. We can't forget Nessie. Everybody wants to believe the Loch Ness Monster is some leftover dinosaur.
Yeah, Joe, the classic plesiosaur holdout theory. Like there's this one stubborn dinosaur family that survived the asteroid and said, screw you, we're hanging out in Scotland.
It sounds ridiculous, but if you were a villager in the 1930s seeing something big move in the water and all you had was folklore and a couple blurry photos, yeah, of course you'd call it a dinosaur.
Plus the human brain wants to fill in blanks with monsters. That ripple in the water could have been a log, a fish, whatever. But giant dinosaur still alive is way sexier.
And even if it's just a giant eel or a sturgeon, the mystery's what keeps it alive. Same with the Kraken, same with Bigfoot. Doesn't matter if the real thing's just an animal. It's the storytelling that makes it last.
Yeah, Joe, and that's the real punchline. The actual animal is just as weird as the myth. You don't need to exaggerate. A squid with eyes the size of your head and tentacles strong enough to pull apart sharks? Or a 10-foot eel? That's nightmare fuel on its own.
Facts. Sometimes nature doesn't need help.